All right, and we are live. Good afternoon or good morning, depending on you where you are, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Chesney. It's good to see you. I see you're here. What's up, Tommy? Watch the ads. Hello. I don't even know what ads are on here. I just kind of turn them on, and the one thing I don't do on there is though because I think it's annoying is the unskippable ads. I don't turn those on. Like when you're monetized on YouTube, you have the option to turn on certain ads, and I always turn off the unskippable ones because like that's the most annoying thing in the world, especially the ones that are like 3 minutes long. You're like, bro, I'm just trying to learn how to hammer or nail the right way, how to use a miter saw. I don't need to get all these ads for games I'll never play. So we have a special guest today. It is my good friend Coach Doc. I've talked to him before back when my channel was like super low budget and super low rent, and uh it was funny. I had to like cobble together like I did not expect him to say yes to an interview because he was like the only person that I could get to say yes to an interview. No offense, Doc. But I was just like, yeah, he said, yeah. Oh shit, how do I do an interview on the internet? So I like had to like put him on Zoom and record it, and like it's if you watch it, it's a hot mess. So this is kind of like a redo, and when I say redo, I mean like redux, like the with the X, because that always looks really cool when they put REDUX, and then like redo just sounds like you made a mistake. But if I learned anything from my son's first grade class, when you make a mistake, your brain grows, and I think that's something that we can all take into life. And but my son's problem is he doesn't learn from his mistakes. So but we all can. And now I'm just babbling because I have 13 viewers. Oh my god, I feel like a celebrity right now. And here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Doc, Antonio Harrison. What's up, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you back. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice. I was listening to you earlier, and definitely have continued to progress, man. I love it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I've tried to get funnier. I've tried to get I've tried to get fitter with that. That's the hardest part right there. It's just like trying to get a little bit fitter, and then but funnier and putting out more content. But we got Doc in the house, that's right. And now Doc, are you on a computer or are you on a cell phone?
I'm on a laptop.
Okay, cool. So if I put up a comment like this, are you able to see that right there?
I am. What up, Tammy?
Fantastic. Okay. So occasionally throughout the live stream, people will have like questions, and depending on whether or not they're like appropriate, because we did see your photo shoot where you were in the nude, and we're not going to revisit that. It's on his Facebook, you can see it. But if there's a comment that I think is funny or cool or I think's good enough for interrupting me, I'm gonna like throw it up on the screen, and we can do that. Also, if you send me a super chat, it's guaranteed to go up on the screen. So just remember that, folks. I might just skip some of you. So Doc, we've chatted before, and we did a workout, and literally was hurting from that workout for like 2 weeks afterwards. So again, I
Am
appreciate.
I the only one who ever made you do hang cleans for the workouts?
Well, you're the only workout interview that I did. After that, like I kind of was like,
There's no more, huh?
that's not really the best idea because Ari is a little bit older than he remembers, and hang cleans for that many. I think we ended up doing like something like 90 or something ridiculous. But
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
anywho, we got a whole bunch of people in here. This is definitely my most crowded live stream, so you can like push that in the face of Dwana and Chesney. I'm just kidding. No one would ever do that to Chesney. But we got some questions for Coach Doc, and I like this one that hurt from the workout. I didn't even do it. So it's been a while since we talked. You had Chesney on. Can you
Yes.
tell us about what that whole experience was? Because I had Chesney on my show not last week, but the week before, and she is just like a dream and so much fun to be around. Can you tell me what it was like working with Chesney and having her on and like that kind of thing?
Yeah, no, I mean, the first thing is big shout out to Leanne and the rest of the Supernatural team. They did a lot of work of getting her prepared, getting her here, just putting all that behind the scenes stuff. And then us as coaches, me specifically, I got a chance to come in the studio and kind of surprise her and then have lunch and a conversation. And really, my only focus of being there was to share how much of an inspiration I thought she was. I mean, I don't know if you watched the video they put together, kind of the documentary. She's got this ability to throw one-liners at you that are just like rock solid philosophical standpoints, where you're just
Yeah.
like, I need to write that down and put it on a wall somewhere.
She's like
Right?
the Rodney Dangerfield of fitness, right? That's what
Of
we're gonna name her.
motivation. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Absolutely.
So it was something special for me just to one be a part of that, seeing how much it meant for her, but also being a part of Supernatural who actually cares about our members, right? Like we're not just throwing a product out there. Like this is someone's real life, and so it was affected, and I was happy to be a part of it.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. And I've never seen like, and because like I've been a part of fitness for a long time, and I've never, I've never seen anyone like do that before. I mean, like the have someone that's a member come on and be a coach, because like there's a lot of these kind of fitness applications. I don't want to lump Supernatural in with like Peloton or anything like that, but they're not doing that. They're not having people on. They're less personal, and they don't do stuff like that. And I think that's fantastic that Supernatural was able to do that and like fly people out and do something like that. Someone recommended me to go on there, and I'm like, nope, don't do that. Do not. So if that comes up in conversations, just don't do it. Nope. But
I'll let them know.
Yeah, please just let them know. And I see you're rocking the Supernatural shirt. That's pretty cool too. I like that. And so yeah, having her on was just kind of like a dream come true. And just I don't think I've laughed so much in a live stream interview with her. And like now I know you're kind of the way you approach Supernatural is more from like a Zen, almost like meditative like standpoint. Let's just say you and Near are very different from one another when it comes to like coaching. And like I feel like your motivation is always so just like not, I don't want to say reserved, that's probably the wrong word, but it's more like, I guess Zen is what I'm saying. And for you, and you do a lot of like guided meditation, and you create a lot of no coaching. You would do a lot of like guided meditation. What's that process for you like? What is like, how do you just like come up with an idea in the shower and you're like, oh, I gotta write that down? Or what does that look like for you?
So for those who don't know, I do write all of the guided meditations myself. And really it starts with a topic or a theme. And that can come from something that during the week just kind of pops in my head and I jot down in my phone, like this would be a great meditation. Or, I did post, I want to say a year ago in the Facebook group, if you have any ideas about meditations, what would you love to hear? Which, by the way, we've got over 55 plus meditations in there. And a lot of people have recently been putting their ideas and thoughts. And just know that 95% of the suggestions, they're already in there. And like, I don't mention that being annoyed about it. I mention it because what you desire is already there. Like, go check it out. But once I get the topic, then I kind of get myself in a quiet space with a lot of breathing and just relax, and no phone, no kids, no nothing. And I just write, and I write
like
with my,
true.
Yeah, I write with my heart and my head in alignment, and I write for those that are listening as well as for myself, right? It's interesting. Everyone's a lot more aligned, and we all have a lot more similarities than we do differences. So what I needed to hear,
are you talking about the
what you
coaching?
needed to hear.
Are you talking about the coaching
No,
team, or are you talking about, what are you talking about?
no, I'm talking about myself and the members who are listening
Oh,
to the
okay.
meditations.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like we all want to hear the same things.
Yeah. We want to hear how great we are at things. And like, it does help to have a voice pushing us along. Like last time, and since the last time I talked to you, I've gotten better at meditation. I can't say that I've been using Supernatural, but I have found one that works for me. And
Good.
And that's been awesome, because like after our first conversation, I really took away that, I think what I took away most about talking about meditation with you was you can meditate anywhere. That was something that resonated with me. It's like, you can do walking meditations, you can do, running meditations. And I always just had this mindset of like, I have to be in a quiet room, blah, blah, blah.
Nope.
And I really took that away from our last conversation, was that like, oh snap, I'm on my lunch break at work. And yeah, there's a million kids outside, because I'm a school teacher, during the day. And yeah, I have my office is in like a gym that's also a lunchroom. So I've found that that's like a really good it's like a really good hold on, that was a wrong comment to put up there. Like I use this app called Maloka, and basically what it is, I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but it's kind of like you do guided meditation sometimes, and then it's you do a guided meditation sometimes, but then occasionally it's like a no guided meditation. It's like you can do this on your own, and that's where I struggle the most. But they have like ways to keep you on track. But here's what got me is like every time you finish a meditation, it gives you a reward, and like you have like a little island you get to design, and I think it's great, and that's been working for me the most. And I think when I'm ready to be like not just like rewarded, I want to jump back onto the supernatural meditations. And
Cool.
Tommy, thank you for the super chat. Or excuse me, Tammy, thank you for the super chat. She said that do the 9/12 meditation called Powerful. It will change your life. Does that ring a bell to you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
keep all of the written ones down. I have them all stored away.
Nice.
They're all here.
Okay, cool. So it's all right here. Like, dang, lucky. I wish I could remember where I put my keys. He's got every meditation memory. I don't know where my fucking keys are. So that's a recommendation for everybody out there watching. Check out the meditation on Supernatural called Powerful. It will change your life. I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna do that after our call today.
Cool,
so
man.
That looks fun for things like that. Okay, I'm gonna jump to something a little bit more fun. I gave you a desert island, 5 books or movies. Now listen, so I teach a fitness class, and on Sundays we talk about something during our cool down. I have them like everyone's like cool, obviously cooling down. And today I was like trying to get everyone to tell me their desert island stuff. And literally, I feel like I was the only person that's ever heard the term desert island movies, because the members at my gym started telling me movies that were like Castaway
related
and
to
like
the desert.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Am I the only one that's ever heard of desert island? It means you're on a desert island. That's what you take with you. What are you talking about? Castaway and Blue Lagoon. And then they're like, and then it became a thing where we're just talking about Hook and stuff like that. But what are your desert island books or movies? Like I gotta know. I gotta know what Doc's watching.
So I think you asked me for 5 of them. So Cheap Thrills, so kind of a horror genre. American Skin, makes you think. You can't help but have a conversation at that movie. 5 Heartbeats. If you've never seen that, it is a classic.
I've never heard of any of these.
The original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, now we're talking. Okay. Sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Ip Man is my number 5.
Okay.
And then the only book I would bring is The Tao. That's it.
The what?
The Tao.
Oh, The Tao. Okay, I was like I thought you said The Dab, and I was like
no.
This one here?
not like that.
I'm like I know you're around kids too, so you know what that is. But okay, The Tao, interesting. I've heard of like one of those movies. Like I know Predator. That was like one of the first movies that my mom.
One of my favorite movies ever.
Turn off when I was a kid. She's like, "This is too violent," and then that, of course, that makes you want to do it more. Okay, so I got a question from Tammy. What's your favorite horror movies right here?
Oh, my favorite.
It don't have to be 5. Just give me a couple. You don't give me all 5.
No, to be honest, it's not so much a specific movie. It's Korean horror.
Ooh,
they do horror movies better than anybody.
They do. Are you watching Squid Game?
I have seen a few of the episodes.
Okay.
So I'm very aware of that. But Korean horror is hands down the best horror genre.
I agree. And right now I am like in the thick of Squid Game. I haven't finished it yet, so none of you assholes like spoil it in the comments or anything. But like I'm into it. And there was another one they did, and I can't remember what it was called, but there was it was like almost like an alien monster one. But you're absolutely right. I agree with that. Yeah, it's super stressful. And Train to Busan. That was incredible. That was so good. Thank you, Mike. I think that's Mike. VR workouts, usually Mike. Yeah, that was a really good. That was like a surprisingly good. So absolutely, I agree with you on the Korean horror movie stuff.
Yeah,
they are not, especially nowadays. Horror movies from America, they're just kind of like, eh. I'm like, eh. Yeah, I'm not interested in it. They're just like, they're okay. Like, okay, a doll, a Ouija board, all right. So, do you if you could bring on any celebrity, like for Supernatural, to give motivation, living or dead, I don't care. We'll dig them up. Well, who do you think would do a great job in Supernatural?
So, I had to, and this may seem like a cop out, but I had to give you three separate answers.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Someone who's passed away,
Okay.
Bruce Lee, hands down.
Okay. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Have Bruce Lee do a flow workout or a slow burn, like
Or a salsa workout, whatever.
this one may surprise you. Alive, J-Lo.
J-Lo, interesting.
I think her energy and like I just hear that iconic laugh of hers in the workout. I think that would be amazing.
You know what? I don't know enough about J-Lo to like speak to that one, so I'm just gonna trust your expertise here. Like I know of her. It's just never been like my thing. Like it's not my kind of music, and
it's not mine either. When I thought about it, I was like, she popped in my head and she kept coming back, and I was like, she probably would be really. She's just a great entertainer.
Yeah.
But if we ever were able to do a not suitable for work,
please do
workout,
that. Please do that. I've been dying for that.
I would need Samuel L. Jackson. That would be the greatest thing ever.
You know it would be. The soundtrack would be good. It would be all too short. It would be nothing but too short. It would be.
That'd be the best workout ever.
I agree. I absolutely agree. That's great. That's great. But see, I'm going to disagree with you because, like, even though he's a recluse, but he's my fitness inspiration. I think Richard Simmons would be the best Supernatural coach. He would put all of you out of work, and I think that's all of you. That's like all you need is some Richard Simmons energy. I grew up watching Richard Simmons with my mom because, like, my mom would always make me do workouts because I was a fat kid, and like we'll just unpack some of this trauma right here on the live stream. But
it's okay. I'm state board certified, man. It's all right.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna kick everybody out right now. But no, I think like I have a special connection with Richard Simmons. I've talked to him on Twitter before he was like holed up in his house. He's actually one of the reasons I became a PE teacher. Nice. He's helped me with like students that were morbidly obese. And I think he would be absolutely the best Supernatural coach. You gotta like if anyone could out-twerk Rhaenyra, it's gonna be Richard Simmons. So that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. You know,
I'll let them have that contest.
it's a dual workout, yeah. So and that's another question people have asking: when are you going to twerk in the workouts?
That's a never. No, I do. I do.
Here we go, folks. Hold on, everybody, listen up. Here we go.
I do express in one of the upcoming workouts. If you feel the need or the desire to twerk, go for it. It's Rhaenyra approved. Just not me.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to press the issue, but someone else might. So if you want to send a super chat, go ahead. We thought you coach football. You coach high school football. A lot of people who don't like know you or follow you on your personal Facebook how's that going? How's that like? What do you enjoy most about that? Like, tell me more about that.
Football's going really well. The season has been this kind of up and down where like we were the buzzsaw, then we ran into a buzzsaw for 2 straight games, and we were the buzzsaw again. But then we had a break for bye week, and the kids have these, the whole high school goes on outdoor ed trips for a week. So we were off for 2 weeks. And we just played our first league game. It's our first year in this brand new league where we are a small private school with 200 boys in the high school playing all the large public schools in the area who have thousands of boys to choose from. So to get that win on Friday was huge, not just like for our team, but I mean for the school in general. Back when I played, that school you would have been laughed at to put those 2 teams together to play. Like it just didn't happen. So right now we're 3-2. We are tied in standings in league for first place right now. We play the other first place team next week. But for me, I can mention all of the brotherhood and the love of working with the kids and getting to know them. But I think my favorite part of coaching football is I try to stay pretty even keel in my emotions, right? And like not and be proactive and not so reactive emotionally to things. I'm complete opposite in football. Like,
You're a
I think
serial killer out there.
yeah, I not in front of the kids, but in Friday's game because I sit up in the booth and call the plays down to the field.
Yeah.
So the kids didn't see, the parents didn't see, but I definitely broke a folding chair. So, like, you know,
It's Coach Duck on the chair.
and at halftime, because we were beating ourselves, being undisciplined and making dumb mistakes, I let some people have it in the locker
That's
room.
the most frustrating part because we were talking before. I coach also. I mean, I coach girls middle school volleyball, so it's a little different. But like you know, there's not as much at stake for like high school boys. You know, that's college for them. Mine is like, do you know how to bump pass and hopefully can you do it in a game? But like I know that feeling of when you are losing for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? It's not because the other team is better. Like I'll take a loss if the team just like outclassed us and we're like, oh, here's all the things we get to work on. But the problem is when you're making dumb mistakes that you shouldn't be making. And I think that might be like a metaphor for life too. Is like I always get frustrated when the I'm making all the dumb mistakes that I know I shouldn't be doing. So yeah, absolutely. Like that's the worst kind of loss.
Yeah, there's enough stuff in the world that'll hold you back. Don't be the first person in line to start that. Right?
We had a girl's dad who was the chair thrower, and he was banned from volleyball games after a while because I'm like, guys, we're 12. Well, they're 12.
I keep all my stuff in house in terms of like I don't let other folks see it. But no, that's what I love is that rise and fall of emotion.
It is.
Like it's just there's nothing like it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get that dopamine spike when you guys, pull through a victory, or you just, you learn from your mistakes. It's just like I was saying earlier, is like, mistakes, that's just your brain growing, and that you can't argue with that unless you just ignore the mistakes. You can't argue with that. What's the worst fast food for you that everyone else seems to like? Because like there's always those foods that everyone is like they rave about, like certain foods, and you're just like, no, maybe not. What's the worst one for you that everyone seems to love?
Fast food specifically?
You know what? I don't give a shit. You just talk about, you do what you do you. If it's fast food, if it's candy, if it's whatever, you do you.
Well, I feel like I'm supposed to walk into this potato salad conversation here.
Okay,
but I'm gonna leave that to the side.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for. I'll wait for a super chat on that one because honestly, I completely missed that whole like saga. So I'll leave that to somebody else who gives a shit and knows about it. So you tell me though. You tell me what's the fast food or just restaurant. I don't care. We're loose here, so.
You know what? It's not the food as much as it is the condiments. I don't eat mayo. I don't mess with ketchup. I don't mess with ranch.
All right, sorry, we got to cut him off right there. I'm sorry, folks. So mayonnaise is the best condiment. Before I bring him back in, mayonnaise is the best condiment. I'm gonna let him continue talking, but just keep that in mind when he keeps talking. It's the best condiment. Sorry, Doc, I don't know what happened. We just lost you for a second. You continue. What were you saying?
Yeah. So you heard me. you can take all the mayonnaise home with you.
No, I will. I'll happily.
But the other, like in fast food, like I just don't really mess with it that much. I mean, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, like that just,
Yo, Jack in the Box out here on the East Coast, because I'm a West Coast boy, and then I moved out here. Nobody knows what the hell Jack in the Box is. I'm like, are you serious? Like nobody knows what that is. And I remember growing up, we always had the Jack ball for the car antenna. That was always the thing. The ball, like my mom always had those because my mom was like, she loved like sourdough jacks and stuff. But out here on the East Coast, they're like, I don't know what that is. How about just like restaurants in general? Because I'm like, we always end up at certain chains like TGI Fridays and all this shit. But like, or food? I know the mayo thing is, you're wrong, but I mean, I understand it.
No particular restaurant I don't really like that much. I'm trying to think of if there's anything.
How about In-N-Out Burger? I know you're surrounded by.
I love it.
Okay,
it's great.
Because I was gonna, you were this close to like getting the real boot out of the stream if you
No,
said no to
I
that.
mean,
Okay,
as someone from California, born and raised, like you
you
gotta
have
respect
to, you
In-N-Out.
have to, you have to. And it's funny because like on the East Coast, whenever my friends go out and visit Cali, like that's how I know they're not from California. They call it Cali. Like they, whenever they go out there, it's like you have to go In-N-Out Burger, and it never disappoints. It never disappoints. So yeah, okay.
I have tried the whole Five Guys thing.
That wasn't
It
my
it
thing. It's
it
just a
wasn't my
pile of
thing
food.
either.
It's like a
Yeah,
pile of food. It's too much food.
I don't want my burger falling apart in my. I don't want to eat my burger with a
A
fork.
garbage bag full of fries too. Just like, oh, good. I don't know what to do with all these. Like it's no, it's not good. It's not good. And we have those out here. I'm trying to think. We have Shake Shack out here. That's a pretty good one. I don't know if they've made their way out there yet. If not, they will. It was like a shack that cooked like really good burgers in just like a tiny little place in New York City. And now they're like expanding, and the food is amazing. So if they make it out there, let's see here. Look at what does Chesney say? I got In-N-Out Burger in Cali. Ha 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 ha. Good. Okay, but it's not Cali. It's Cali. Like, just take the time to say California. The only person that says Cali is Biggie Smalls, and he's from New York, so you can't look to him as an expert opinion. So it's wait, Shake Shack is here. Where I don't know where you are, Amy, so I can't tell you where Shake Shack is. So but if it's in there, you got to try it. That's like I would say that's the closest thing to In-N-Out Burger that you can get, at least here on the East Coast. So check out Shake Shack. So me personally, like I seem to just add jobs to my life somehow. Like I'm live streaming. I was just making videos. I'm coaching volleyball. I run a gym. I teach. I have a family. How do you like just stop and just slow the fuck down? And like I'm asking me not you. Like how do people like me who just can't seem like I just seem to get off on working and just love to like fill every minute of my day with something. Like, how do you take time to slow down? Even if we just don't even think about meditation, pretend meditation is not like a thing. How do you do that? How do you just do that?
Well, my first question would be, because you've got so much stuff on your plate and keep adding, is do you want to slow down?
No, I
Or would
don't. I love every
yeah,
minute
because
of it. Like that's the thing. But I
if it's
feel like
something that
I
you're just
need
but if
to.
it's are you saying that because that's what everyone else tells you, is you should slow down and take the time to smell the roses?
Yeah, but like
Like,
I could just download an app that will have someone else smell roses for me. That's the thing. It's like that.
so I mean, if you don't want to take the time and slow down, then like don't slow down. That's you. Do
Yeah.
you,
Yeah,
right?
because yeah, I agree with that. Because like almost sometimes when I'm not working, I get more like I have we're going to Mexico for a week next year, and I'm nervous about it that I'm not going to have enough stuff to do there. Like, what am I supposed to just sit on a beach? Like that's just sit there. What else am I going to do?
I mean, the other thing too is like, if you do want to slow down, I guess my question would be to people: why are you moving so fast? Where are you going? What are you trying to get?
Yeah, it's a guiding question. For those that don't understand, that's what we call a guiding question. It's like or
Right.
a Socratic answer where you take the answer that you should give and turn it around into a question. Uh yeah, yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I find a lot of people are go 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 do because they've got to keep up with all the things they want or think they
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
But the perfect example for me is, in terms of what is it that you actually want, you can do life any way you want to. Is if you go to other regions in the country, it's slower paced by nature and culture of the
It
location.
is. It's weird too. And like cause so my parents live in Arkansas. They live in like Bentonville, Arkansas. And when I go and visit them, it's weird. Like I can't sleep at night sometimes because it's so quiet. And because I'm in like the Philadelphia metro, like I'm like a few
Yeah.
blocks from the Rocky statue. And like I'm so used to just noise and police sirens and ambulances like all night long and just like music, and it's weird when you're out in like the country and you're like, what are these bugs? Like, what are these bright things in the sky? I just do not understand that. Like,
Yeah. No,
it's
I mean
crazy.
that's why, because of work and everything else. Once football's seasonal, so once football gets ready to ramp up for summertime, I go to Iowa every year for a week, and like talking about at my buddy's place where you can't see the neighbors and everything slows it down. So I love that. And honestly, like if you were to move from Philadelphia to Arkansas, it might take you maybe a year, but eventually you would adjust.
Yeah, it's true. I would go crazy. I mean, like, just because I can spend about 5 days around my mother before I want to, just leave forever. But like, I think, but there's always that. I wonder why that is. Like when you're like go 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 all the time, all of a sudden, like you almost have this desire to just live in a cabin in Montana and just not talk to anybody. Something about that is weird. Like to me, like wanting having all of it and then just wanting the complete opposite. It's
Yeah,
weird.
you gotta have change, man. Like that's balance, right? Like
Yeah.
you're looking for balance is what it is. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's my whole thing is I just when people are going like I have some fast paced stuff in my life, but I'm always checking myself like where am I trying to go to so fast?
Right. Right.
Right. And then I also think about it's helpful that I work at a school because everything's seasonal. You've got spring break, you've got Christmas break,
Yes.
Thanksgiving, summer break. So every summer it's a new year round. And so
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest reasons I take a look to slow down is I look up and I've got a seventh grader.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Like, right? Like I want to keep things slowed down and enjoy the time because,
Yeah. You
you
blink
know,
in there, he's going to be in college.
well, I was just having a conversation the other day. My youngest son will be out of the house when I'm 48 years old.
Wow. And you're how old for the record?
I turned 38 in a week.
In a week. Oh, happy early birthday. I probably won't see you or talk to you before that, but everyone says happy
Thank you.
birthday in the comments. Everybody has to say happy birthday. It's required. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because that's how I feel about my son. Because since the last time I talked to you, we've had a baby. So now we have a five.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's nice to have a baby around. I forgot what it was like to have a baby because, like, my son Charlie is 6. He's in first grade now, and she's like, and my daughter Lucy, she is I think going on 5 months. I forgot what it's like to have a baby. It's kind of nice, And
You like the baby
I,
phase?
she is chill as shit, man. She is She is completely different than Charlie. Charlie was just like having a can of earthworms for a baby, and like she is just chill. You can put her in a chair, and she's just like, okay, I'm here in this chair now. She like doesn't cry. It's really weird. Like she doesn't cry. It's super easiest baby I've ever had. So,
See,
uh,
I love my kids, and baby time is this connection thing. But
yeah,
the moment there were no more diapers, no more car seats, and like
yeah.
I could get out of my truck, we all unload and walk through Target in a straight line of 5 people, making everyone get out of our way. I was all about it. I was like, this is my squad right here.
Yeah,
We're good.
yeah, see, but here's the problem is like I was a little shithead when I was a kid, and I can definitely tell my son Charlie is definitely the same shithead that I was. So I'm like, it's all coming back. Also, this is complete change of subject, but I am loving this guy. He's always on the Supernatural group, and he's always just tagging everybody and posting the wrong Supernatural. It's like the Supernatural TV show
Yeah.
thing. I'm loving and like everyone always reports him and bans him, and it's like always this same shirt. I,
Yeah,
I am
I don't
living
know
for
how he keeps getting
like
through the bans and the
I'm
blocks.
living for this, and like we're not allowed to get rid of this guy. He stays. The man stays. He's you know what? You want a new guest coach? I'll tell you what. I say we bring this guy on. we
You can contact him. I'm
uh,
right.
I got him. He can come to my gym and guest coach. Um, But okay, so I'm gonna actually open this up to anyone out in the comments lands. One person, hold on,
Ooh.
had a question earlier. Oh, let me jump it on there. Okay, so ask Doc about his favorite fan encounter. Have you had a fan encounter, and do you have a favorite version of it, and is it Amy?
So Amy and Chesney are tied for the first ones.
Oh,
Chesney
Chesney, look
obviously,
out!
Chesney obviously. I mean, just because that the whole production of that and bringing that together was something amazing. But I saw Amy get a tattoo, and I had been in the works for one, and I was like, "Where'd you get your tattoo?" Because I know she's in Southern California, and she put me up on a tattoo artist. His name is Meng Hong Yao, but they call him the Man Yao.
Okay,
And so it was right in my area. Got an appointment set in January. I've been going to my last couple sessions,
yeah, I saw that
right?
you posted that. It's looking
Um,
good. You're looking like
and
a gate to a rich house.
it's a gate.
Dude, I love it.
And so on my session when I went there, I'm he had gone to the bathroom or something before we got started, and like I'm on my phone and I look over and I just see like this head from over on the other side of the counter poke out and go, "Hi." And I'm like, "Oh shit, Amy." So she had brought her son Caden as well. So it was just a really cool moment. That it's weird for me to feel like I've got fans.
Right. Oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, this
because
is
I'm
the
just
most packed stream I've had yet. I mean, obviously, I'm not exactly Nakado Avocado over here, but still, there's this is the most I've had. I've had. So
so no, it's weird for me to think that that's a thing. So Amy's one of the OGs. So like I've known her since I first started there in terms of our communication interaction. So when I saw her, it was like seeing an old friend, you know,
that's cool. Yeah.
and being able to see her son, and so it was really cool. It was a super thoughtful gesture. I was grateful for it, and it's something that you don't. I don't know if I'll ever get used to someone being excited to see me like that.
Oh yeah, look at that team Doc. I think there's a lot of people that like you, Doc. And if you've ever done supernatural workouts with Doc, you can definitely see why. Like I understand why you have fans, but I also I can't say that like I understand what it's like to have fans because obviously I have people that show up for the stream every week, but I never see them. Like it's just always on a stream, which is fine. Like don't come to my house. Don't. I have a tattoo artist. You don't need to do any of that. I have a girl I see once a month. She's good. She's great. Um, but yeah, that's got to be weird going from because like before Supernatural, you were just kind of like fitness coaching, right? Like I think we talked last time when it was like,
I mean, I was teaching graduate school. I was giving a lot of
yeah,
keynotes all over the United States. So there was
right,
this very small insular scientific community who knew me really well, but like
yeah,
I didn't see none of them anywhere else. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy though. And as Supernatural grows, like the one thing I don't know about Supernatural, and I've tried to research it, and maybe you can lend some insight, but I also know that you have a lot of like NDA stuff you can't discuss, is how is it growing? Is Supernatural growing? And at what rate is it growing? Because I feel like more and more people are joining, but it's not something that I ever see numbers for. But even if you could just give me like yeah, it's definitely growing, something like that. Do you know how it works?
It's growing.
Okay.
It's growing. It will continue to grow, and we've got some great things coming up for you guys. So just stay with your eyes open.
Awesome. And then here's a good comment. Doc's podcast is so awesome. It helped me reconnect with my family. That's awesome. You can't, I mean, I don't want to reconnect with my family, so maybe I shouldn't listen to it. But can you tell us about your podcast and maybe plug it a little bit so people know?
Yeah. So it's Doc's Daily Dose. You can get it on Spotify or Anchor.fm. And I do 3 episodes a week. And so
Wow.
on Wednesdays, I drop a series called Like Son Like Father. And it was something I did 7 years ago where I brought my dad onto a podcast and we did 27 or 24 episodes where we go from his birth to present day. And just to like for people to understand why it was so critical or crucial and maybe like what Kitty was saying, help people reconnect. My dad's number 10 out of 11.
Oh my God.
He's now 73. He was born in deep South Louisiana.
Okay.
By the time he was 12, he was on his own and homeless, drugs, incarceration, everything, like drugs being done inside my home growing up. So like we have full on honest, open discussions about all of that stuff. And then Friday, I listened to that episode because I did it 7 years ago. On Friday, I do a producer's cut where it's just a short 5 to 10 minutes where I reflect in the current moment about that specific episode.
Okay.
And Sunday is Doc's Daily Dose where I drop a gem, I think, about whatever I want to talk about. So this last one was about how much I dislike the way people leave out the critical component to the idea of manifestation, right?
Okay. I don't know what any of those words mean, but I'm just going to take your word for it that it makes sense.
So the secret, right? The secret, like bringing your dreams and your desires to fruition by putting them out in the world and believing in it.
That book, right? The Secret. Sorry, you broke up a little bit, but you're talking about the book, The Secret, right?
Well, I was just saying kind of that notion of like, if I can believe it, I can have it. And the mindset thing about it, which I'm all about. But the point of that is not expressed enough is you can wish all you want, but unless you get your ass off the couch and do something different
Right.
and take a risk, those things will never be presented to you. So
Absolutely.
you can't just sit there going, I'm grateful and I need $1 million. I'm grateful, and it's not going to just fall in your lap. Even if you won the lottery, you got to go buy the lottery ticket. Like you got
I
to get
love when
up.
people say, I'm just going to win the lottery, but they don't play the lottery. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I can't just cut out magazine pictures and put them on a poster board and hope and pray that it happens? Because I feel like that's what The Secret was. I feel like there, because that was, I don't know. I cannot remember when The Secret was like a thing. I remember when it was popular because when I was working at Starbucks and like all of the women I used to serve at Starbucks were like talking about it, but of course they wouldn't tell you what it was. You got to buy the book. But then when I eventually did learn what it was, that's what I felt like it was, because they would have like vision boards and stuff like that. But yeah, that goes with everything. You can't just like, I want to do this and
Yeah.
hope it happens. Like you got to make it happen.
Well, and here's my, I guess people will call it my spiritual component of it or whatever. Like, is there a
Sure.
possibility that you can have a affirmation and try to manifest something and you don't do anything and it falls in your lap? Yes, there's a possibility.
Sure.
But to me, that's the universe being like, all right, now trust me, so get up and go do something. Like I've
Yeah,
given you a little taste. I've given you
yeah,
a little taste. Go do something about it.
yeah, absolutely.
So
And I mean, like you can flip a coin and hope it's going to be heads, but it could be tails too. So,
yep.
at that when it comes to manifesting, you're gonna have to build a coin that's weighted on one side if you absolutely want it to be tails. It's something like that. So a lot of people are talking about this in the chat right now. Manifesting when you open your eyes and heart to opportunities to get what you want. I think that's a big part of it too. Is like when you actually focus on trying to do something, you start to notice more things. And like I feel like that's a lot of when people say like, oh, I had someone died and I definitely smelled their cologne or something. I'm not a spiritual guy. Like I don't believe in like a lot of stuff like that, but like I do think if you have something on your mind, you are going to notice things a lot more so. And I do. And if that's what you're talking about, like as far as critical component of it, I definitely agree. You do have to make it happen. You have to take notice of like little things that'll help you along the way too.
Yeah, no, and you can look at it whether it be from more, logical standpoint or a more spiritual standpoint. It doesn't matter. I just don't think there is as much. I think a lot of people think it's magical, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's magical not in a way of like, oh, something appeared out of nothing, but
Mm-hmm.
magical in a way that you can do whatever you want to do
Yeah,
if you
like the
actually
like
decide
the
to do it.
ICP song "Magic." I don't know if you ever heard that one.
No,
Okay,
not my
where
genre, my friend.
it's not exactly your style of music, huh? It's not mine
No.
either, but there was like a whole meme about it for a long time where they were like, and it became like a joke song, but like deep down, it actually made a lot of sense because he was like, they were just like rapping about like how crazy and magical the world is, but they were saying it in like a really dumb, insane clown posse way. Like they were like, fucking magnets, how do they work? And you're like, okay, yeah, we know how they work, but I get what you're saying as far as like it's really crazy that there are giraffes, that there are animals with super long necks and shit. Like that's the crazy part about the world is like when you step back and think of it. But like when you put it in a rap song, you're gonna get roasted by pretty much everybody if you don't know how magnets work. So
Well, and can I just make this one other point too,
do it,
to
do
kind
it.
of
You're
highlight my
here.
point? I see in
Do
the
it.
comments, Nick Lean was saying Chesney showed us how important it is to give your dreams a voice. Now that's manifesting. Exactly. She said, "I want to be a supernatural coach." Put it up there. But had she just said that alone, you think it would have happened, or was it the fact that she was doing a workout every single day for one whole year, and she said that and showed her commitment?
That's
Right? Like
yeah.
had she just posted, "I want to be a supernatural coach," which has happened before, I don't know if she would have been in studio,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
She gave us her journey, and that sharing that voice through her journey is what led to that thing that she desired.
It's funny, Chesney, and I had this thought the other day, and it was like a weird sort of like I forgot about where you like totally forget about something and then you're just reminded suddenly. Is Chesney was I want to say one of my first kind of like friends on Supernatural, like the app. And I was always just like, I'm a numbers guy, and I have my complaints about Supernatural when it comes to like the power score and like how it's calculated, but like every time I had a complaint, I was like, oh, this power score, something's broken about this. Chesney would show up and like it was always like 99 and 99. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like it wasn't, she never dipped and I never saw the dip on her. And I always was like, she was the one I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong and I need to reassess this. It's not, maybe it's not as broken as I think it is. And because if Chesney's killing it, and it was like every day, I'm like, oh my God, there she is again. And yeah, she definitely motivated me. And I completely forgot about that. Like even before we had her on the live stream, I completely forgot because I would have, mentioned it to her. But like I want her to know that I remember her before she was like the Chesney. She wasn't like a rock star that gets like likes on every single comment now. Like she's kind of a celebrity now. And then here I'm just going through some of the yeah, go ahead.
Well, you know what's funny to me, I won't say funny, just interesting as an observation to me. Like when I am working out in Supernatural, the number that a lot of people go to the power number. I'm always like looking at the accuracy number. I think it's pretty cool in a pros only high intensity to get 100% accuracy with like. So like my eyes always focus to the left of that accuracy score rather than the power one. Mm-hmm. So it's just interesting to see how many people comment on that when like my reaction is accuracy before power.
Absolutely. And you know what, Chesney, I'll be honest, I haven't done her workout yet, but yeah, I need
to go. Man.
You know what? I took a break from Supernatural. I did it from about like December to May pretty regularly. And then I took a break up until about last week because I was starting a new cycle in my workout and I had been doing like a lot of rowing. So I've been on a rowing program and like first rowing, and I tried to do them at the same time, but rowing and Supernatural was not a great combination for my shoulders. It was just too much work. So I took a break from it and like a lot of back, a lot of muscles you just don't realize you're using in both of those things. So I took a break from it, but I'm back. And I got to do her workout. I have so much to catch up on. I have to do her workout. I have to do the one where like all four of you are just like tag teaming it. Like I haven't done that
the
one.
Anniversary one.
I haven't done that one. I have to do the Supernatural or the Super Duper Monster, which, okay, we need to talk about that name. That is the worst name for a workout ever. Like, I'm sorry, there's some creative names in there, but like you can't just go, yeah, it's 15 minutes longer. Let's just call it the Super Duper. No. Someone needs to get, talk to about that. But I got to do the Super Duper.
Email all suggestions.
I'm not emailing anybody. I'm putting that out into the universe and hoping it manifests itself into a better name for a workout. But yeah, she's still crushing it. Like every day. I went on there last week and I just, I logged back on. I'm like, there she is again. She's still going and she's just rocking it. I love it. I love every minute of it and I'm here for it.
Nice.
But yeah, you got the Supernatural shirt on. You have a Coach Doc clothing line, don't you? Though I feel like
I do.
When I talked to you last time, it was about to come out. Now, do you have anything you can tell us about that, or anything to show us, or something like that?
So the website is muchlovealways.com.
Okay.
I mean, it's what I say at the end of almost everything. So
yeah,
you should be able to find that. They've got some current stuff up there for men, women, and children. There's also, if you on the right tab, you'll see the collections of the launch collection when we first launched. And then we're dropping the fall line right before my birthday. So
okay. Next week,
yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to drop the fall line and add some more stuff in there. There's some stuff like the necklaces with my logo. I know you can't really see it, but so, that's going well and I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to maybe possibly doing like a design contest for folks with purchase prior.
Keep your eyes.
See who wants to design some stuff.
Okay. I'm the worst at designing things, so you will not see me up in that. Like, and I was a former graphic designer as well. Like, and I'm the worst at it. I hate it. That's why I'm a former graphic designer and not a current graphic designer. Someone says they love their warrior necklace. They're gonna get a warrior tattoo. Oh snap! Nice. You know where I'm at with tattoos? I'm at a point where I'm just getting dumb shit, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Like I got all the meaningful ones. I got ones for my son and all that stuff. I'm just getting dumb shit because like in my will, okay, so when I die, my body is getting donated to science. Like I'm gonna get like cadavered, and I just want medical students to be laughing their ass off while they're just
Like,
cutting
who
me
is
open.
this guy?
And they're like, why does it? Because here's my one. I have this one. You can't really see it. It's Shark Puppet. It's like a famous YouTube thing that my son loves. A Shark Puppet. I have a, where is it? It's hard to do backwards. I have a PlayStation 1 right here. I have a bunch of dumb stuff on here, but okay. So the next one that I'm gonna get, it's and my wife hates that I'm getting this, but I'm getting it. It's gonna say, you ever see those like live, laugh, love posters like in every white lady's house? You know what I'm talking about? The live, laugh. It's in the cursive. It says,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it, but it's gonna be in the cursive, and it's gonna say live, laugh, Limp Biscuit in that same kind of cursive writing. Like I want that to be just the worst.
Where are you putting that?
I haven't decided. I was thinking like throat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm thinking the top of my foot, or I could go full tramp stamp and get it on my low back. Like that could be interesting too.
I'm with your wife on this one, man.
I'm sorry. Live, laugh, Limp Biscuit. Nobody has that. Look at that. She's got a live, laugh, love sign. We have tramp stamp. Yep, definitely the tramp stamp. We have one in our bathroom that says live, laugh, poop, and I that's my favorite sign in our house. Like it's great. But yeah, you know what? It's been a pleasure talking to you, Doc. I'm gonna have to cut us off. We're rolling in towards the end here, and I really appreciate you jumping on here. Now, listen, I don't want to turn this into something about somebody else, but Leanne is leaving me on red on Instagram about trying to get her on here. So if you could just drop a line to my girl Leanne, like that would be great. If not, I totally get it. It's totally cool. But I think
I might be able to say a little something.
I appreciate just a gentle, just try to manifest it with like, you know, a pointy stick. You know, that's all I'm asking for. Just a sharp point. Rainier always said he wants to be last. He wants to be the last one. So
of course, Rainier's got to be last. I hope you see this too, Rainier. I'm always pushing Rainier's buttons. Of course, you got to be last, Rainier.
And Mark, I don't think I've ever talked to him, and he ignores all my stuff. So we'll get to all of those people eventually, but I appreciate you coming back on for the new and improved version of our conversation. It's been nice to have everybody on here being able to talk to you and like ask you questions. And I think that helps build the community that you already have.
For sure.
And yeah, it's been a pleasure, Doc. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you, man. I appreciate everybody else hopping on, listening, and anytime. And I will give a little nudge, a little prod.
Don't worry about it. I'm just busting your balls. I'm just have a great one, Doc. See ya.
All right, much love always.
Yeah, take care. All right, folks. Thanks again for coming to my live stream and having the one and only Doc, Coach Antonio Harrison on. It's been such a pleasure. That guy's awesome. You know what? If Leanne and Mark don't get back to me, I'm just gonna have him on 2 more times because that was phenomenal. So again, thank you all for coming to the live stream. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. I see a lot of new faces. Don't forget, if you're interested in VR fitness, regardless of whether it's supernatural or anything else, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I do weekly videos. I'm working on Thrill of the Fight right now. It's going to take me a little bit longer to get it done. However, I'm putting a little bit more effort into it than I have been lately. So I appreciate you all coming out. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to get your workout in today.